EA just dropped a massive update to College Football 25, and I'm here to present it to you. Before we get into it, real quick, if you're here for the first time or you're returning and you haven't liked or subscribed yet, please do so. Click that notification tab so you can stay up to speed with all College Football 25 content, whether it be updates, team builder, tutorials, dynasty rebuild content, etc. It helps build the channel, and I greatly appreciate all the support. So again, if you're here for the first time or you're returning, please hit that notification tab, hit that like and subscribe button. And without further ado, let's get into it. So off the top, it says title, update, notes, gameplay, general. Refresh the ability loadouts of players in front end rosters. So the dev note says these ability changes are based on current player performance this season and changes to their ratings. We focused on the top 25 teams in the game and their players. This will result in players like Ashton Jeanty receiving an upgrade to his abilities. Make sure to check out your favorite players to see if they have had any changes. It also says reduce the frequency of pitches out of tackles, missing the pitch back. And it also says fix aftershock ability inappropriately triggering on blocks. Next, you have alignment. And again, before I break down or go over some of the stuff that they presented on their dev notes for the alignment, I'm not going to go over every single thing that they say in the dev notes. I'm just going to go over some. If you've seen my videos before, you know I go over a few things. I go over some highlights. And then I put the dev notes in the description box. So if you want to go check it out and look it up for yourself, you can. But I'm going to go ahead and get into alignment real quick. It says, fixed an issue where using a cover 3 shell on a cover 1 blitz play versus empty base flex or trio would result in the tight end being left open. So that was crucial. That's big right there, because that's you talking about something that could be game breaking right there if you don't make the adjustments yourself. Specifically, if you like to play on like the defensive line and you're not controlling like linebackers or safeties or anything of that nature, then you're pretty much screwed the whole entire time. Somebody could just run that on you the whole game. So great that they fixed that. It says also they fix an issue where using a too high coverage shell, cover 2, cover 4, etc. on nickel over double bracket would cause the defense to align in a single high safety look. Fixed an issue where using a cover 2 coverage shell on a cover 1 play would result in the tight end being left unguarded. Now see, a lot of this stuff I haven't really seen because I play on an offline league, so the computer doesn't really make adjustments or call certain things that leave people wide open like that. This might be something that users were exploiting or what, but I haven't personally seen it. So, and if you've been watching any of my dynasty rebuild content, you can see that nothing like that is in there. So fixed an issue where using a cover 0 coverage shell on cover 2 man versus empty base, empty chip, or empty quads will result in the inside receiver being left unguarded. That's it of the alignment aspect. Now we're going to go ahead and go over some of this coverage stuff that they probably go over about half of the coverage adjustments that they made. So it says added box call logic to cover 4 quarters and cover 4 palms to better cover bunch formation route combinations. The dev note says box call logic will dictate which eligible receiver a defender picks up matches on. This is especially effective against bunch and will have defenders in the best position to cover their assignments. Deep zone, quarter flat, and 3-rec hook defenders will coordinate to make sure all eligible receivers are picked up. Fixed an issue where some press animations will press the receiver 10 yards down the field. So now you got pass blocking. It says addressed an issue where using the defensive lineman slant inside command will cause defenders to rush into the same gap. Change the functionality of defensive lineman shifts on double A gap defensive formations to eliminate unrealistic alignments. Fixed an issue where pass block targeting lines were not appearing when the user would enter pass block adjustments. That's been something that I have noticed ever since the game dropped, and in all of my earlier tutorials, whether it be offensive adjustments, O-line blocking, you've seen and heard me mention this and call this out. It's surprising that it took them this long to fix it, but nonetheless, they fix it regardless. So thank God for that. Added new logic for defenders to no longer be able to instantly disengage to the outside if they are given the slant inside D-line adjustment pre-snap. As far as settings and UI, it says they fixed an issue where users would not get any clock runoff with accelerated clock turned on for online head-to-head ranked games. I think this was an issue for Madden that they addressed in the last patch, but I'm not sure. I have to go back and double check. But if it is, it appears that they fixed it on here as well. It appears that they fixed a lot of things that were similar to the things that they patched in Madden. My only hope is that EA doesn't break this game like they broke Madden with the last patch and still hasn't addressed that issue, but that's a topic for another day. Fixed an issue where the switch stick delay setting that a user would set would not stick once the user changed the menu. Didn't know that was a problem, but they have addressed that. But now on to bigger and better things. Now on to the main thing. Now this one I'm going to go over every single thing for you guys. So this is Dynasty. This is the Dynasty part of the video. And here's everything that it says that they fixed. It says they fixed an issue with the power alignment archetype where they would not progress pass block finesse. It also says they updated Bryant-Denny Stadium to be Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Fixed an issue where the prospect list performed a full refresh every time a recruit is targeted. Various news story fixes. Resolved an issue preventing custom schedules from working properly. Fixed an issue with how weights were displayed in the team needs screen. Fixed an issue where the free practice title would not always appear in the Dynasty Hub. I was wondering what was going on with that because I haven't practiced in Dynasty since like what, year two? Because all of a sudden the option just wasn't there. And every time I did go to look, because I don't always go to the practice, but every time I did go to look, it wasn't there. Mysteriously for some reason. So glad they fixed that. Glad they addressed that. Fixed an issue where you could not super sim from the play calling screen when playing as a coordinator. Increased the amount of wear and tear damaged body parts recover on week advance. When viewing a recruit in the recruiting board, you are now able to change which recruit you are looking at by going up, down on the right stick. So because I'm not a Ultimate Team gamer, I'm not going to cover Ultimate Team. Y'all might not like that, but matter of fact, now I'm going to cover a couple things that it says that they address, but I'm going to put that in the description box. But it says they included Play a Friend as a playable mode, increase AP limit to 12 for Season 3, increase AP costs of Aftershock from 2 AP to 5 AP, having 4 defensive linemen with Aftershock is no more. It also says they fixed issues that were causing the following combinations to be unplayable in lineups. Warren Sapp and Booger McFarland, Brian Bosworth and Peyton Wilson, Tavon Austin and Camden Benjamin. Players can now have both a Travis Hunter wide receiver and a Travis Hunter cornerback in their lineup at once. Fixed player appearances in silhouettes. Nissan Stadium is now the default stadium for PlayStation tournaments. And like I said, I'm going to put the rest of that in the description box so you guys can take a look at it for yourself because it's a lot more that they updated for Ultimate Team. But like I said, I'm not an Ultimate Team gamer and it's not important to me. The stuff that's important is gameplay and Dynasty for the most part. So link will be in the description box for all of the updates they made for Ultimate Team. As far as Road to Glory is concerned, various scenario fixes, removing a rogue pickup basketball scenario that triggers multiple times for some players. So as far as presentation and UI is concerned, it says added uniform pieces for Florida State, SMU, UCF, Texas State, Ole Miss, UNLV, Illinois, Miami, Oregon State, Cal, Old Dominion, Toledo, Oregon, Texas A&M, UTSA, James Madison, Colorado. Hopefully Colorado, they finally added the pants that match the jerseys that they put in. But Arizona State, Stanford, ULM, Texas Tech, FIU, Utah, Mississippi State, Air Force, BYU, North Texas, Louisiana Tech, Minnesota, Western Kentucky, South Alabama, Rice, New Mexico State, Miami, Ohio, San Jose State, Arizona, TCU, Houston, Georgia Tech, and UTSA. Why they have UTSA and Western Kentucky on there twice, I have no clue. But those are the teams that got upgraded uniforms. So it says updated pre-existing uniform pieces for 2024 season for SMU, Kent State, New Mexico, Washington State, Ohio State, and Florida Atlantic. And as a guy who has Florida Atlantic as a Dynasty rebuild, I'm excited to hear that. So introducing 718 new NIL players. So that is huge. So they just upgraded the game. They upgraded the game last title update and added a bunch of new players. But now they added 718 more new players. That is massive. And that is huge for anybody who's probably going to start over and do a new dynasty. This is great for you guys because you're all going to have as close to real life rosters as possible. Because I know there's a lot of people that were missing out from the original drop of the game. Like me, like I'm missing out because I don't have none of these guys. And I'm 6 years into my dynasty, should be further, but I stopped playing the game for about a month or so to keep up with my content. But you're not going to start over. You're year 6. You're not going to start over. Why would you start over? So, but this is great for anybody who is starting over or anybody who just plays regs or head to head or all of that. So additional ratings, updates for players, updated overall team rankings. These ranking changes are exclusive to Play Now and Road to Glory football playoff. They have a team builder note, but I'm not going to read that because that's a big old paragraph and y'all probably don't want to hear that. But that's going to be it. That covers about everything that they've updated in the game. Again, I'll put the link in the description box so you guys can read up for yourself the things that I have missed, because I did leave out a couple things in a couple different areas, like MUT and alignment, etc. Things of that nature. But huge update, massive update, huge day for College Football 25 gamers, users all across the world. So again, if you're here for the first time and you haven't liked and subscribed already, please do so. Click that notification tab so you can stay up to speed on all College Football 25 content going forward. And I appreciate you all for constantly tuning in and supporting. That's been my time. Till next time, peace.